In this video, you're going to learn 5 different ways to grow your email newsletter. So this video was actually an idea of a viewer who subscribes to this channel and had a question about how to grow a weekly newsletter. And so that's why I'm making this video, because that viewer gave me an idea of to share ways to grow a weekly email newsletter or a daily one in 2023. So let's start. So the first 10 subscribers that you're gonna get are gonna be family and friends. So that's one of the best ways to grow your email newsletter is to get your family and friends to subscribe to your email newsletter. But this will also keep you accountable as well, right? Because people, your family and friends, right, they're gonna want to see a weekly or daily newsletter, right? Since you're telling them that you're doing this project. And so this is just a easy way to get 10 easy subscribers to subscribe to your email newsletter. Now that's what I did. I actually told my colleagues at work, right? I told my family as well. I'm starting this little weekly project, right? Well, they'll get one piece of content every single morning at 8 a.m. And so that's one way, of course, to grow your email newsletter. And at the start, since nobody's gonna really know why they should subscribe, right? But your family and friends, since they are your family and friends, they're going to want to support you as much as possible. Number two is add your newsletter link to your bios. So if you're on Instagram, Twitter, Threads now as well, you want to add your newsletter link to your bio section. So this is a super simple way to even get new subscribers to subscribe, right? So I do this on my Twitter profile. I do this on my Thread profile as well, and it actually works really well because it's just a very easy way to add an easy way for people to find your weekly newsletter or daily newsletter. So on my threads, that's where I have my daily newsletter right there, where people can subscribe. And actually, people have been joining my daily newsletter just from adding it to my bio link on my threads, which is just crazy to think about. And the same goes for my Twitter as well, where I just have it there and people can subscribe anytime once they start to follow me, right? They read my bio, and if they want to follow, they can follow and subscribe as well to my free weekly newsletter on Twitter. So it's just a small little easy tricks like that to get easy little followers as well to join your newsletter for free as well without having to pay like for ads or anything like that. Since you have a platform right there that you're ready to use to promote your newsletter as well. Number three is one of my favorite ways is to tease your weekly or daily newsletter in to your Twitter audience or Instagram audience or LinkedIn audience or Thread audience, right? So teasing it is like this. So for example, is if you have a weekly newsletter that you release on Saturdays at 10 a.m., which I do. Um, so what I do is on Fridays, I'll send out a tweet like around 2 p.m. and I'll write in that tweet like tomorrow 36 subscribers will learn how to do like something, right? And then I'll post in bullet points of what they'll be learning tomorrow as well. And then in my thread, I'll create a thread where I will add the link of my newsletter below as well. So if people are interested, if they're interested in what other subscribers are going to learn tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Saturday, then they can actually just click right there and see what's going to be about and subscribe as well, right? Because of that, they can get that email. Number four, cross promotion. So cross promotion is this is mostly when you get to the 1,000 subscriber mark. You can start to do this a lot more. So it's very simple, right? You just have to find other people that other newsletters that you're really into, right, and that you read and follow, and also the creators of those newsletters, and email them, right, and be like, hey, I'm a big fan of this newsletter, right? I believe that my newsletter will provide value to your readers since they're into almost the same thing, right? And so, hey, could we do a cross promotion, right? Where maybe I'll write a certain article, on your newsletter, and I'll have my link to my newsletter so that people can subscribe, and vice versa, right? The person will write a piece of content on your own newsletter, post their newsletter link, right, and explain to subscribers what's happening so that they're not confused and they're not a subscriber getting angry at you for doing this, right? And so this is very popular. Like a lot of email newsletters that pass the 1000 subscriber mark are doing this, where they connect with other creators right in the newsletter game, and they just start sharing and promoting other people's newsletter. And also, you could do this with Beehive and Substack, where you're doing recommendations as well, right? So it's a built-in feature, right? So if you're on Beehive, you have to pay for this. But if you're signing up, if you're just starting out for a newsletter, you have 14 days trial where you could recommend other people's newsletter and vice versa. And if people see that you're recommending their newsletters and they're getting subscribers, right? Those creators might reach out to you and be like, hey, like, do you want to work on something together, right? So it's very powerful, these features and recommendations, because they build a community and they can build as well connections with other creators in the newsletter game as well, where they're all trying to help each other as well, just to grow and make a business out of a newsletter as well. Number five is probably one of the most interesting ways to grow an email newsletter. So, and that is to share your progress. So I do this almost every single day. There are some days that I do skip it just because I forget or I just don't feel like it. And that is to share your progress. So like you could be sharing how much subscribers you currently have, right? You can take a screenshot, right? And just share your progress and be like, hey, like today 35 subscribers joined, right? And then the next day it could be 36, right? And people like this because they like to see a story, right? They want to see what you're working on, and it's just an interesting way. So like I got a subscriber last night when I shared that tweet, right? Like I wrote like thank you to 35 subscribers, right? Grateful for you for subscribing to me and like supporting my project in the newsletter. The next day I got another one, and the comment was like, that they really like that tweet. And a bonus one is number six, and that is to just keep going, right? So growing your newsletter, of course, will only grow if you keep going, right? You keep publishing weekly or daily, whatever type of newsletter you want to create, right? So you need to just keep publishing, even though you might not have no readers, you might only have 10 subscribers, right? Just keep going because you'll have a catalog, but also you'll be able to practice your writing as well with all those content that you're publishing, which will help you improve your writing as well when you're creating these newsletters. Like I only have about 40 subscribers on my main newsletter and only about 8 on my second one. So you just have to keep going and keep creating newsletters and producing content every single week. So if you enjoyed this video, I have a weekly free newsletter that you can go and subscribe, where you can learn and I take deep dives into what other content creators in the newsletter world are doing to grow their own newsletter, so that you can learn and grow your own newsletter. So that's it for now. As always, I will see you guys on the next one.